Okay. All right, thank you, Molly. Hi, everybody. My name is Teemu. For the last few days, I've been mainly with the help of a wonderful team, helping facilitate the make it happen bit to some extent. And we're going to go quickly through a couple of presentations to demonstrate or to tell what's been going on in the hackathon and how it relates to a bigger picture. So yes, downstairs, as somebody said in the comment just below, before that, oh, there's a conference going on for the hack. How many hackers are in the house, by the way? Okay, great. Quite a few. So actually, already on Tuesday, we started a 48-hour hackathon intensively. It was in the Klubisali, the club down below. We had for 48 hours 25 projects and about 80 participants plus mentors, so about 100 people working on different projects, trying to really make it happen. From our partners, we had APIs that were now or just before released. We had new data coming that was released, mentoring up until late. Sometimes I saw civil servants at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the morning. That's maybe a little bit untypical. So a lot of action going on with the developers as well as our various partners. So this, of course, part of a bigger picture, this 48-hour hackathon. You don't get everything done then, but definitely relates into that patient movement of gradually getting things done. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank our partners, plenty of them, both from the private and public sector, without whom this hackathon would not have happened. We will hear from our main partner, HSL, some comments in a little bit. But can I have a round of applause for our partners? Okay, and before we get to awarding the grand prize of 5,000 and a pitch from that winner team, I would first like to hear from our colleagues at Nestholma and UltraHack how this hackathon relates to a bigger picture, how mydata-based innovations can be accelerated. So first, I'd like to ask Antti from Nestholma, please.
You have a million reasons to collaborate with startups. Million reasons. You have the vision. You have the realism of what my data will be. Startups don't. And now you were supposed to laugh. But startups can deliver innovations, and they can deliver the innovations fast. They can iterate together with the people who have the knowledge. They deliver stuff fast. And when thinking about working with startups, ask this question from yourself. What is your attitude? Are you afraid of those guys? Do you want to keep them in? Or do you openly welcome them? Because this is really the question. Are startups, is it a friend or foe? This is our answer. You gotta work with them. The question is no longer if you are going to work with startups, the question is how. And it may be a hackathon, like Mikko will be talking about UltraHack, and actually very proud to announce that we have invested in UltraHack so that they will have a financial background in becoming a very important partner in my data world. Or you can have a full-blown accelerator like Nestholma arranges. And then you can learn yourself also a lot from startups, and then they can deliver innovations that you want. You have a million reasons to work with startups. But that's also the same number that we are investing in startups that are participating in UltraHack. Nestholma is investing 1 million euros.
Okay, maybe we can hear from Mikko. How do we get our my data hackathon projects to be part of this 1 million?
Hello, everybody. My name is Mikko. I'm the kind of founding father of this UltraHack cult, if you may. And I want to tell you how the UltraHack mydata, how it fits to the bigger picture of the UltraHack, how it's a part of the tournament. UltraHack is actually an innovation platform. We take a public and private corporates to offer business challenges, APIs, tech and tools to our platform. We bring startups, students, corporate teams that have new, fresh projects, out-of-the-box thinking, cross-cultural skills, and we turn them into innovations with the hackathon procedure. So basically, hackathons produce software and apps, concepts and prototypes, which we are going to see, demos, new teams, and so forth. And then we link to good people with money, like Nestholma, funding and accelerators that can take the projects further on. Our a bigger challenge and track portfolio fits nicely into the mydata picture because mydata fits everywhere, as you have heard in these 3 days. The mydata perspective is really relevant for every industry, and in UltraHack we try to work with many industries. You can see from the screen, retail, mobile, clean tech, media, and so forth. And every of these industries produce us challenges. Altogether, now we have 22 challenges this year, and we were solving only 5 of them in the UltraHack mydata. We will have events, especially in Northern Europe, this year, and everything culminates to the finals that are held here in Helsinki, very nearby here at Konepaja Bruno in November 25th to 27th. So then you can see how the projects have been progressed, and you can progress the hackers here can progress their projects until the finals. And then, of course, this is a never-ending hack. We will have a tournament coming up next year as well, and we will have a celebration at Vappu for the next year's tournament. This is our sort of a core thing. We want to have a personal experience for every developer and make them as a center of everything that we do and make them feel right and good and appreciated. And on top of the sea of balls, or what is it called, pallomeri in English, I don't know the equivalent, we have real reasons to participate. On top of the million reasons as investments, we have prizes ranging from 3,000 to 50,000 euros this year for all of these 22 challenges. And we have partners who are willing to buy the good projects coming out of the UltraHack, and I have heard that the pilots are something like, well, quite a big numbers already. So we have now already over 30 categories. So just before letting to the next number, which is like getting the best team awarded, I would like you to check the calendars in November and come to see the progress of the mydata demos here in Helsinki. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mikko. And of course, we like to make sure that we are connecting often with hackathons some issues. Okay, so what? What happens after that? And our collaboration with UltraHack and Nestholma will allow us those mydata-based services, for example, to continuously develop. As Mikko said, it's a kind of an endless or ongoing series of hackathons and accelerators on top of that. So thank you, UltraHack, and thank you for the all UltraHack team who is present here as well. I think you will recognize them from the shirts. So yesterday we gave some prizes, not the grand prize, but some teams were awarded prizes. We had 5 winners and 2 special mentions. So actually, these 5, besides winning something of a community support of 1,000 euros, are qualified for those UltraHack finals. So they are well on their way to getting some of that investment money that Nestholma is talking about. Can we have a round of applause for these 7 winners? As I said, without the partners, obviously we would not have this stuff happening. We need the action, we need the data from them. And some of these partners will continue with us in the UltraHack finals. So definitely them also taking the mydata further in their challenges and in those sessions. Before we present the winner of the hackathon, I would then call onto the stage Petro Tamminen from Helsinki City Regional Transport, who in addition to providing a lot of data, APIs, mentoring to the late hours, also were kind enough to give those transport cards to all of us. So let's hear it for Petro.
So thank you, Teemu. Nice to be here. I'm Petro Tamminen from HSL, working with new road planner, new Reittiopas digitransit project, mainly information systems. This hackathon has been even bigger than our own hackathon back in the spring, so it's nice to be here. For HSL, it's quite natural to be here, to be present in this kind of happenings. We are a public organization. We'd like to help people. Our goal is to make living easier, to move people. And one way to do that is to provide all the data we have through APIs just by publishing data to help others to help us. And still, HSL receives about 50,000 feedbacks annually, most of them including words like idiots and that kind of. About the feedback, just the other day I heard about the feedback. It wasn't for HSL, but for a company producing study materials. That they had something for schools, and that something had a link to an external content. It was video service, widely used video service, and there was a very angry teacher writing this link you had. It takes me to a page with videos with naked people, and that was embarrassing, and all the students in the classroom, and the company, they studied the feedback, and yes, the videos in the service are of course based on the browsing history, and that was, I think that was about mydata. The lesson learned was use the incognito mode either on your free time or in the classroom. So yes, as said, HSL has been providing data for quite a long time. Since 2001, we have had this Reittiopas and its APIs. As long as possible, we've been providing timetable data, customer feedback data, satisfaction data from customers, and that kind of things. That has been like to create new services, API ecosystems. One example being the cooperation of Yle Tunnus and YLE and HSL city bikes. Yes, and so currently we are also doing this open source project, DigiTransit, on the screen. It will be the main reittiopas of HSL, and it's all open source. It's based on open source components, and you can, yes, just take the code and use it as you like. But then to the hackathon and the winner. So HSL wants to provide the information to people. And first, it's just making it available. And that's quite easy. We started with paper timetables, and then we had booklets, and now it's even in internet. Then we like to help people to find it. And then to go even further, we need to provide that info when it's really needed. Like when you are to go to work, it's important to know whether the train is going or not. But then to go even further, we need to predict what is about to happen. What is this person trying to do? And then we start to deal with privacy things. It's not in HSL's interest to collect data about people. We are not interested in personal data. We just like to use it to provide the information needed. And this leads to announce the winner.
Okay.
Team, yes.
So can we have, first of all, those teams, I hope you all have your present here. Once you are announced, and Petra will do that in just a minute, right?
Yeah.
Please come onto the stage, get your award, and then we would like to hear from you. We would like to hear your pitch, and you are ready to go and tell who is winning, right?
Yeah. So the winner of the main prize of the mydata hackathon is mobility profile.
So mobility profile, Jussi Viinikka, Johannes Kauhanen, Lilja Kettunen, Ronja Oja, Iina Lumme.
Onneksi olkoon. Onneksi olkoon. Onneksi olkoon.
Okay, for the pitching, let's take some photos, of course. Think you would like to move on to the light, yes? Okay, so for the pitch, every team has gotten 3 minutes. We were very tight on the schedule in the previous days. Today, because we are closing, we are a little bit more relaxed. I give you 1 extra minute. And
Do I have to use it?
You don't have to use it. If you can be brief, that is excellent. I think Nestholma and other investors will like that, if you can be brief and concise in your presentation. So here is the clicker. And I think there is a video that these guys will not be able to show, so maybe just take a click from there.
All right. The problem we were working on at the hackathon was that the users' mobility data at the moment is dispersed among many different applications. Our solution was to have one service, one application called Mobility Profile to manage and safeguard all this mobility data. So what is Mobility Profile? It's a personal repository for mobility data, which can mean many things. It can be calendar events with locations. It can be route searches on various journey planning applications. It can be manually inputted data, like favorite locations, for example, and of course, GPS data. Because in our solution, all this data is accessed only through the mobility profile API, this results in improved control of privacy for the user. There's also no need to input any data twice because it's all centrally located in this application. So the way it works is that if you have a bunch of applications installed which implement the mobility profile API, which we have programmed, the moment when you install mobility profile, all these applications have access to the mobility intelligence provided by mobility profile. For example, next destination forecasting. Yeah. Okay, so we integrated this with the Digitransit journey planner, and this is a small demonstration of how it actually works. So this is the main. Can you start the video, perhaps? You cannot. Well, in yesterday's presentation, when it was still in Google presentations, there was a video here showing how it all works. Like, it tracks your location and finds the addresses you're in. You can correct those addresses, and it shows the video shows when you create a calendar events with a location, and then you go to Digitransit. If the calendar event is within 3 hours, the journey planner asks mobility profile, where is this person going? And it gets the answer that the person is going to this meeting through mobility profile. And a bunch of other stuff which you can do with the application. Yeah, well, it's maybe better that you, if we go to the last slide. Oh yeah, now it works. Okay. Okay, here we are editing this place that the program found. It's actually this place, like so. And now, if we create the calendar event, we give it some title, meeting, for example. And a location. Without a location, this of course doesn't work, but you have to have some location. And then when you go to the journey planning application and you click on the destination field, it's right there. You don't need to type it yourself. It all comes from mobility profile. And then when we go back to mobility profile, we can set off this calendar connection, for example, if we don't want mobility profile to know about our events, or set transportation mode preferences, and so on and so on. But the location tracking might find some places there that we don't want to stay in the database, so we can just delete them. And we can manually input new places that are then available to all the applications that are integrated into this software. For example, home. And then when we go back to the journey planning application, again, we get these favorite locations directly. Like so. Okay, thank you. You can get this on Google Play if you just search for mobility profile. Thanks.